April 8th, Kin did the post. Pantera Capital just added Kin to their portfolio. If adoption from Pantera Capital and Wall Street institutions grows like this, we wouldn't be surprised to see Kin break into top 10 cryptocurrencies on CoinMarketCap this year and beyond.
We decided to reorient our firm exclusively to blockchain and launch the first cryptocurrency fund in the U.S. and then all the other tokens. And now apparently there's 1,000 different tokens. Supposedly 400 came out last month alone. All the rest of those are essentially a white paper and, a couple of people and no product, no community, really nothing real yet. Where the Kin ecosystem is, as you know, 150 people building stuff for 9 years that actually exists. You have, 15 million, frequent users. You have hundreds of millions of people that could be users if you sprinkled a little bit of cryptocurrency on them. So that's why I think it's really exciting, because it's the only or the first real project with a real community that is tokenized.
PanteraCapital.com, if you go to the About section, about the firm, Pantera Capital was founded by former Tiger management head of macro trading and CFO Dan Morehead. Pantera's global macro strategy invested over $1 billion of institutional allocations. In 2013, Pantera created the first blockchain hedge and venture funds in the United States. So let's look at their portfolio. These are all their investments. And if you scroll down, if you look at their early stage token investments, you could see Kin is actually one of them. Here's another website right here. It's called Masario.io. You go to Pantera Capital, click here to view all of the coins that Pantera Capital is actually investing. And you can see Kin is number 37 out of 47 tokens that Pantera is investing. So that's good news that you have Kin that made it in the list of like their top 47. Kick was actually a company underneath the umbrella of Kin. If you look back in 2017, this is an article. Pantera Capital CEO joins Kick's company-wide meeting. And here's actually a video of Dan Morehead first talking about Kin, about his interests when he first started.
I actually think we're really at the beginning of a multi-decade transition. And as I said at the beginning, Kin is the first kind of real company, first one with a product and a community to tokenize. So, there's potentially thousands of other companies that would want to do that. So I think we're really, really at, the absolute beginning of this process. And it, like the rest of the internet, it took decades to roll out. So this isn't going to happen overnight. And there's going to be some projects that work really well. There's going to be a lot of, pets.coms of cryptocurrency. So it's not going to be totally perfect, but I think we're, absolutely, in the first innings of a very, very long process. I actually do remember, meeting you and the rest of the team at Kick when one of the founders of Ethereum, told me about this project and said, I should get in touch. And, I came down and you guys told me what you're doing, and it just blew my mind. It was really cool because, again, it's the first real company to actually do this. And we've seen probably 600 other projects. And, a lot of them are going to be really impactful and they're really interesting, but they're all very theoretical. They're just a white paper and, literally no code written, nothing else happening. So I'd really, really be humble to actually predict what's going to happen in a year, because so much, basically ERC20 tokens and all this really amazing development is less than a year old. It really started less than a year ago. So it'd be hard to predict, but I actually think there's going to be a lot of companies that follow your path and essentially tokenize and go, all into the space. And I think the next 12 months is going to be fascinating. And the white paper that you guys wrote collectively is absolutely fantastic. And I recommend it to everybody that's trying to figure out why, what is so important here and why are so many people getting excited about the space. I recommend that they read the Ken white paper. So thanks very much for all your efforts.
So Dan Morehead has always been a believer with Ken, and I think with the SEC things kind of slowed down, but that's good to actually see the news, the fact that they added recently Ken to their early stage in token investments. So you guys were upset when Bitcoin was $10 if you would have invested back in the day. Well, Ken is something that you should guys invest in, and set it and forget it. Wait until the next 4 to 5 years. You'll make a lot of money.